This year is not about proving people wrong. This year is about proving yourself right. In 2025, it's not about showing off, not about talking, not about posting every workout for likes. It's about discipline, consistency, and silent progress. When you step into the gym, nobody cares how loud you scream or how many selfies you take. What matters is the sweat on the floor, the weight you lifted, the pain you pushed through when nobody was watching. That's where champions are made. You don't need to announce your goals. Let your results speak for you. Let your new body, your strength, your endurance, and your transformation tell the story. The loudest voice in 2025 will not be your words, it will be your results. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay silent, because success doesn't need noise. Success leaves evidence. This is your year. Lock in, build in silence. Show them through action. Discipline over noise in fitness, in life, and in everything that demands growth. The loudest person in the room is rarely the one who gets results. Think about it. How many times do you see people post about going to the gym, flexing in the mirror, shouting about what they're going to do? Yet 6 months later, they look the same. Why? Because results aren't built in noise. Results are built in discipline. Discipline is when you wake up at 5 a.m. to hit that workout, not because anybody is clapping for you, but because you promised yourself you would. Discipline is when you meal prep instead of grabbing fast food, even when no one is around to applaud you. Discipline is choosing the grind over the comfort of excuses. That's the difference between the ones who talk about fitness and the ones who live it. You've got to understand this truth. The gym doesn't care about your words, it only responds to your actions. The weights don't care about your social media posts. The treadmill doesn't care about your excuses. Your body doesn't care about what you plan to do, it keeps score of what you actually do. And here's the harsh reality. Noise is cheap, but discipline is expensive. Discipline costs you time, it costs you comfort, it costs you late nights, early mornings, and the luxury of taking it easy. But in return, it gives you something noise never will: transformation. That transformation doesn't just change your body, it changes your mind, your confidence, and your entire life. Look at the great athletes, the ones who dominate in fitness or sport. They don't need to scream about their plans. They live in the silence of their discipline. They train when no one's watching. They suffer in the quiet hours when the world is asleep. By the time the spotlight shines, they don't have to say a word. Their performance speaks louder than any noise ever could. That's the path you need in 2025. Don't let yourself get caught up in the distractions of what others are doing, posting, or saying. That noise will eat away at your focus. The real question is, can you stay disciplined when the crowd is gone? Can you stay disciplined when progress feels slow? Can you stay disciplined when no one is validating your efforts? Because if you can, your results will be undeniable. Here's what you need to practice starting today. Silence your mouth and let your actions do the talking. Set your alarm earlier. Get in the gym even when you don't feel like it. Stop broadcasting every move you make, and instead let your transformation become the evidence. Trust me, when the results show, they'll speak louder than anything you could ever say. Discipline is your superpower. It's the difference between staying stuck and breaking through. In 2025, don't waste your energy trying to prove yourself with words. Prove it with work. Prove it with sweat. Prove it with consistency. When you master discipline over noise, your body, your fitness, and your mindset will transform into something unshakable. Your body keeps score when it comes to fitness. There's no hiding, no shortcuts, no pretending. Your body is the most honest scoreboard you will ever face. It doesn't care about your excuses, your intentions, or your promises. It only reflects the work you've actually put in. You can tell yourself, I'll start Monday. You can say, I'll push harder tomorrow. You can even convince others with words, but your body will never lie. If you ate junk food all week, if you skipped your workouts, if you didn't push yourself in the gym, your body will show it. On the other hand, if you've been consistent, disciplined, and committed, even if no one has seen you, you'll see the results every time you look in the mirror, every time you pick up a weight, every time you run without getting winded. Think about this: your body is like a bank account. Every workout, every rep, every healthy meal is a deposit. Every excuse, every skipped workout, every bad decision is a withdrawal, and eventually your balance shows. If you've been investing in yourself, your body rewards you with strength, energy, and confidence. If you've been neglecting yourself, your body punishes you with fatigue, weakness, and regret. This is why fitness is the greatest accountability partner you'll ever have. You don't need anyone to call you out because your reflection does it for you. Your stamina tells you the truth. That moment when you're out of breath climbing stairs, that's your body keeping score. That moment when you can't lift the weight you should, that's your body keeping score. And when you finally see progress, when your arms get stronger, when your waist tightens, when your endurance rises, that's also your body rewarding your effort. So ask yourself today, what story is your body telling? Is it telling the story of discipline, effort, and progress? Or is it telling the story of excuses, comfort, and procrastination? Here's the good news: the score can change. You don't have to stay stuck where you are. Every single choice you make today is a chance to change the scoreboard. If you've been lazy, you can flip the script by showing up to the gym today. If you've been eating garbage, you can fuel yourself better with your next meal. If you've been neglecting your health, you can take control by making the decision right now to commit. Fitness isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Your body doesn't expect you to be flawless. It just expects you to show up. Show up when it's raining. Show up when you're tired. Show up when you don't feel like it. Because every time you do, your body makes a note. Every rep, every sweat drop, every time you go just one more mile, your body remembers. And eventually, those notes add up into transformation. Stop thinking you can cheat the process. Stop believing that shortcuts will get you the results you want. Pills, hacks, and gimmicks will never outwork sweat, effort, and time. Your body is too smart for that. It knows what you did to earn your results. That's why people who grind consistently build physiques and mindsets that no quick fix could ever create. So let me challenge you: take responsibility. If your body is keeping score, then give it something to record. Make today a deposit, not a withdrawal. Push harder, lift heavier, run further, eat better, fuel yourself like a champion. And when the day comes that you see your reflection and realize how far you've come, you'll understand. It wasn't luck, it wasn't talk, it wasn't noise, it was work. Your body keeps score. The question is, what do you want the scoreboard to say about you? Pain is the pathway if you truly want transformation. Whether in the gym or in life, you have to understand one truth: pain is not the enemy, it's the pathway. Every rep that burns your muscles, every drop of sweat that stings your eyes, every breath that feels like fire in your lungs, that's the language of growth. Pain isn't trying to stop you, pain is trying to teach you. It's a signal that you've stepped past your comfort zone and entered the territory where progress is made. Think about it. If you lift weights that don't challenge you, you won't grow. If you only run when it's easy, your stamina will never expand. If you only show up when you feel motivated, you'll never build discipline. Pain is the barrier that separates the people who want results from the people who earn results. Too many people run from pain. They think soreness means stop. They think discomfort means danger. But the truth is, in fitness, that burn is a blessing. That struggle is a sign that your body is adapting. It's breaking down old limits so it can build something stronger. Every ache is proof that you're still in the fight. When you embrace pain instead of avoiding it, you change your entire relationship with growth. You stop asking, how can I make this easier? And you start asking, how can I push myself harder? That's when everything shifts. Because the person who welcomes pain is the person who outlasts everyone else. The one who says, "I'll go through it," ends up standing where the quitters will never reach. Here's the reality: pain is temporary, but pride is forever. That sore back, those tired legs, that burning chest, it all fades. But the pride of knowing you didn't quit, the strength you built, the discipline you forged, those stay with you for life. Every time you overcome pain, you earn a piece of yourself that no one can ever take away. Now, let's be clear. There's a difference between injury pain and growth pain. Injury tells you to stop. Growth pain tells you to keep going. You have to know the difference. But most people never even get close to the line of growth pain because the moment it gets tough, they tap out. Don't let that be you. Don't settle for comfort. Comfort has never built a strong body. Comfort has never built an unbreakable mindset. Comfort has never created champions. The gym is your classroom, and pain is your teacher. Every set that makes you want to drop the weight is teaching you about perseverance. Every run that makes you want to stop halfway is teaching you about endurance. Every workout that challenges your limits is teaching you about who you really are when things get hard. So, the next time you feel that burn, don't fear it, thank it. Thank your body for growing. Thank your mind for staying in the fight. Thank yourself for choosing to push forward when quitting was easier. Because that moment of pain is the exact moment your old self dies and your stronger self is born. Champions are built in pain. Legends are carved in discomfort. Transformation only comes when you walk through the fire, not around it. The pain you feel today will become the strength you stand on tomorrow. So stop running from it. Stop complaining about it. Stop wishing it away. Instead, walk straight into it with the mindset, "This is where I grow. This is where I transform. This is where I become who I was meant to be." Because the truth is simple. Pain is not punishment. Pain is the pathway. Build discipline, not excuses when it comes to fitness. Success doesn't belong to the strongest, the fastest, or even the most talented. Success belongs to the most disciplined. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And the brutal truth is this: excuses will never get you results, but discipline will. Every single day, you're faced with two choices: do the work or make an excuse. Excuses are seductive. They sound reasonable. They whisper in your ear, "You're too tired. You deserve a break. You'll do it tomorrow. It's just one workout." But every time you listen to an excuse, you build weakness. Every time you choose discipline, you build strength. Think about it. The person who shows up day after day, even when they don't feel like it, will always outwork and outlast the person who only shows up when it's convenient. Discipline is consistency in action. It's not about what you do when you feel motivated. It's about what you do when you don't. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. Motivation comes and goes like the weather, but discipline is a decision you lock in no matter what storm is raging around you. Discipline is dragging yourself out of bed at 5 a.m. when your body screams to stay under the covers. Discipline is choosing a healthy meal when the junk food is calling your name. Discipline is lacing up your shoes and running in the rain when you'd rather stay dry. Discipline is the ultimate form of self-respect. And here's the thing: discipline doesn't mean perfection. You're going to stumble. You're going to have off days. But discipline is about refusing to quit. It's about bouncing back faster every time you fall. The excuse maker says, "I missed a day, so I might as well give up." The disciplined person says, "I missed a day, but I'm back on track right now." That's the difference. That's why one person stays stuck and the other transforms. Excuses might feel good in the moment, but they cost you long term. They rob you of your progress, your confidence, and your potential. Discipline hurts in the moment, but it pays you back for life. Every rep, every workout, every act of self-control is an investment in your future self. Excuses keep you comfortable, but discipline makes you powerful. Now ask yourself, who do you want to be? The person who talks about what they could have done, or the person who actually did it? The one who wishes or the one who works? The one who explains why they didn't or the one who shows the results because they did? Discipline is the difference between average and exceptional, between wishing for a body and building one, between hoping for strength and earning it, between dreaming about fitness and living it. If you want to separate yourself from the crowd, don't rely on talent, don't rely on luck, rely on discipline, and remember this: discipline is contagious. Once you build it in the gym, it spills into every part of your life. When you learn to silence excuses during your workouts, you learn to silence them in your career, your relationships, and your goals. The discipline you build under the barbell shows up in the way you live outside of it. So stop feeding your excuses, stop letting them steal your greatness, build the kind of discipline that makes excuses irrelevant. Show up when you're tired, push when you're uncomfortable, stay consistent when it's hard, because at the end of the day, results don't care about how you feel. They care about what you do. Discipline is the difference maker. Excuses are the dream killers. Which side are you on? Embrace the process, not just the outcome. Too many people step into the gym, look in the mirror, and get frustrated because they don't see results overnight. They think, why am I not shredded yet? Why am I not stronger already? Why is it taking so long? And when progress doesn't show up instantly, they quit. But here's the truth you need to lock into your heart. Fitness is not a destination, it's a process. The real power is not found in the outcome, but in the journey that shapes you along the way. When you fall in love with the process, you stop obsessing over the scale. You stop chasing quick fixes and magic pills. Instead, you commit to showing up every single day, knowing that each rep, each set, each workout is moving you closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. The process is where you earn your strength, where you develop your discipline, and where you carve out the mindset that nothing can shake. Think about athletes. They don't wake up champions. They train like champions long before the world ever calls them one. They fall in love with the sweat, the grind, the 5 a.m. practices, the endless drills that no one sees. Why? Because they understand that the outcome is built inside the process. If you skip the process, you'll never experience the outcome. Every great transformation story you've ever heard, whether it's someone losing 100 pounds, building muscle, or running a marathon, wasn't about a single moment of success. It was about thousands of small decisions. It was about choosing the gym over the couch, choosing water over soda, choosing patience over frustration. The outcome was simply the reward of their commitment to the process. The process is where you meet resistance. And resistance is your greatest teacher. That last rep when your muscles are burning, that's the process building you. That morning you wake up sore and still choose to push. That's the process molding you. That moment when you want to quit but push one more set, that's the process transforming you. The outcome is just the byproduct. Here's what happens when you embrace the process. You start celebrating progress instead of waiting for perfection. You start to notice how much stronger you feel, how much more energy you have, how much better you move. You realize the process itself is the reward. You stop asking, "Am I there yet?" and start saying, "Look how far I've come." But here's the danger. If you only chase the outcome, you'll always feel unsatisfied. Even when you hit your goal, you'll think, "Now what?" That's why so many people yo in their fitness. They reach the outcome, celebrate, then fall off because they never built love for the process. But when you commit to the process, fitness becomes a lifestyle, not a phase. Understand this, the process never ends. And that's the beauty of it. There's always another level of strength to reach, another challenge to conquer, another way to grow. You don't train just to hit a goal, you train because it's who you are. You train because every day in the gym is a chance to sharpen your mind, build your body, and strengthen your spirit. So stop being obsessed with how long it will take, and start focusing on how far you're willing to go. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop comparing your day 1 to someone else's day 1000. Plant yourself in the process, trust it, and watch what happens. Fall in love with the grind. Fall in love with the sweat. Fall in love with the soreness. Fall in love with the struggle, because that's where growth is. That's where transformation lives. The process is the proving ground of your greatness. And one day, when you finally look in the mirror and see the results you dreamed about, you'll realize the real gift wasn't the outcome at all. It was the person you became through the process. Your comeback, your fight, your victory at the end of the day. This journey is not about talent, luck, or even genetics. It's about choice. The choice to show up when you're tired. The choice to train when no one is watching. The choice to eat clean when it's easier to give in. The choice to silence excuses and demand more from yourself. The weights will not lie to you. The mirror will not lie to you. Your results will always tell the truth, and that truth will reflect the decisions you've made in the dark, when nobody was clapping, when nobody was cheering, when it was just you against yourself. You are stronger than your pain. You are bigger than your setbacks. You are built for this, so stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Every rep, every run, every sacrifice, those are the bricks of your comeback. Stack them day by day until you've built a version of yourself no one can recognize, except you, because deep down you always knew you had this fire. The comeback is not for them. The comeback is personal.